up, guys? Oh my god.
Now we look to an award-winning film that's playing on the big screen in 30
Yeah,
cities across
what's
the
up, guys?
US.
We're doing a video.
Twitter, former
So we're
Secretary of State
playing
Mike
Look
Pompeo says the film
Quest.
is a moving, honest,
this?
sweeping indictment of the Chinese Communist
What is
Party or
that?
CCP.
That's coming in beta.
His predecessors' utter depravity and the power-driven horrors that inflicted cannot be denied. This movie unsilences
I'm not
the
gonna
wonderful
donate
Chinese
because
people.
I'm
Go
afraid
see
to
it.
play sus.
The film is based on a true story.
Iron sword. Where should I get my iron sword?
The protagonist
Come
is
on,
young,
come
a
on.
student at a Chinese university.
Should I get my sword? Don't work.
Wong practices Falun
Okay.
Gong, a meditation
this?
practice that follows the principles of truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance.
Grab this.
But Wong's life was turned upside down
Okay, so
overnight.
who can we fight here? There. Fight him, man. Oh, come on, dude.
Campaign against Falun Gong
Come on. Why did I lose connection?
later stepped
Ah.
up the campaign, churning out propaganda to defame the tens of millions of Falun Gong practitioners. Now, Wong meets Daniel, a jaded, cynical American
This is
reporter.
okay if
Together, they risk their
If
lives
this
to
is
expose
not-
Beijing's deadly propaganda.
I let myself suffer more than this. I let myself suffer. Hey.
The largest scale propaganda campaigns in history.
Oh, come on! Come on, bandit. For vitamin mix sus. Kill him. The vitamin mix sus. Oh, look, we got an iron sword. Much stronger than shoot.
Unsilenced is in select theaters until
What is
June 3rd,
this?
including New York, Washington, D.C., and
What?
California.
What is this? 126?
A
What is
Chinese
this?
diplomat is accusing
Oh,
the
for
U.S.
storage.
of inflicting pain on children in
Storage.
Afghanistan, but the photos are
Storage.
fake. The diplomat is China's foreign ministry spokesperson, Zhao Lijian, posting a series of photos
Hello,
on
lad.
Twitter. Zhao wrote after 20
I'm
years
gonna
war.
kill
This
this
is
guy.
what the U.S. has brought to the children in Afghanistan.
Come
The
on.
photographer who took the photos is
It's like soldiers.
in a tweet, the photographer Ali Sullivan says the photos were not taken in Afghanistan, but in Idlib, a city in Syria. He adds that this is what the Syrian regime and Russian forces brought to the children in Idlib, not what the United States brought to the children in Afghanistan.
What is
The
one
diplomat
answer?
Zhao
They
Lijian
steal
since deleted his post. The European Union is backing Lithuania. The Union launched a case against China at the World Trade Organization. That's for what it calls discriminatory trade practices against its member country. Beijing blocked most trade with Lithuania after Lithuania deepened ties with Taiwan. And Beijing's punishment has also expanded to companies in Europe that use Lithuanian components.
What
And
the
to these
hell?
cost terminus has more.
I hate this
The
guy.
European Union said it has launched an action against China and the World Trade Organization, or
No.
WTO, for
That boss
discriminatory
is a
practices
gamer.
against Lithuania.
That boss
The
is
EU
a
said
gamer.
China put in place coercive measures
The
against
boss is
Lithuanian
a
exports.
gamer.
China is cutting its
This is
exports to
what
Lithuania.
for him.
European Commission Executive
This is
Vice
more
President
stronger than
Valdis
that.
Dombrovskis says the EU's attempts to resolve the
it's so
problems
solid.
bilaterally have failed.
These measures are a threat to the integrity of the EU
Look,
single
there's
market.
another one there.
They affect the intra-EU trade and EU supply chains, and they have a negative effect on EU industry. This is why we are stepping forward to defend EU's rights.
WTO challenges start with a formal 60-day period of consultations between the parties. If they do not resolve the dispute, the EU can request that a WTO panel
I'm not ready for the boss yet.
To find a solution, and the course of practices are being discontinued, of course, then we will not file as a reason to pursue the case further.
China said it acted in accordance with WTO rules, and its issue with Lithuania was political.
What?
Lithuania broke with diplomatic custom by agreeing
That was
that
a waste of
Taiwanese
money.
rulers would bear the
Come
name
on,
Taiwan
that was a
instead
waste
of
of
Chinese
money.
Taipei.
A
Beijing
waste of
expelled
money,
the Lithuanian
dude.
ambassador and withdrew its own ambassador. Lithuania also closed its own embassy in the Chinese capital.
Come on, I'm feeling it.
A Lithuanian woman living in Taiwan suddenly found herself becoming popular. Locals are expressing their support for her motherland. This is after the European country stood up against the Chinese Communist regime.
Irina is originally from Lithuania. She met her Taiwanese husband 18 years
Come
ago.
on!
Now she lives in Taiwan with her husband and son. She expresses her gratitude to Taiwan in her mother tongue.
Thank you, Taiwan people, for your passion and support.
Finally.
In the past, very few people in Taiwan knew much about the Baltic state, but now it's a different story.
In the past, as I say, I came from Lithuania. Many people would ask where Lithuania is. They hardly had an idea. But recently, there have been a lot of news about Lithuania. So when I say I come from Lithuania, everyone says, wow, you come from Lithuania, welcome. Then they'll say, thank you for your vaccines. Thank you, Lithuania, for supporting Taiwan.
Lithuania recently allowed Taiwan
Oh,
to
platinum
open a de
sword.
facto embassy there using the name
I
Taiwan.
don't want to
Since
fight.
then, the Chinese regime has been pressuring Lithuania with
Oh,
economic
platinum
sanctions,
sword.
and people in Taiwan are backing Lithuania in response. Irina shares one of her many experiences.
But when I was buying meat buns recently, I met a young man. After he got to know that I'm from Lithuania, he said that he wanted to buy Lithuanian rye. The liquor was supposed to be exported to China, but now the Chinese regime sanctions it, and it doesn't allow it in.
Irina admits she's worried that the Lithuanian economy would suffer from China's retaliation, but she says she supports the Lithuanian government because nothing is more important than supporting a democratic and free country.
Taiwan is a free country. That's a key point. Take the economic cooperation as an example. The cooperation
Oh, look,
will
I
not
got another
entirely
button.
stop just because the government suddenly says something, like what is happening in China, because Taiwan respects human rights and observes the economic rules. The important thing is that the government can't intervene in economic activities.
Lithuania's strong stance against economic pressuring from China is drawing international support. The US, the EU, and some other countries have spoken out in support of Lithuania.
Flower farmer Liu Sun has burned thousands of blossoms this year, all because he can't sell them fast enough. That's due to Hong Kong's stringent measures against the Omicron variant, which have cut Lunar New Year demand in half. 70-year-old Leon runs a traditional flower farm, growing sword lilies, water lilies, and tulips. He had planted 200,000 flowers ahead of the Lunar New Year holiday season. But due to the crash in demand, about half will end up in flames.
These beautiful flowers are completely healthy, and I would normally pick them and bring them to the market. Look how pretty they are. But due to the epidemic, this year there is no flower market at all.
Hong Kong's government announced earlier in January that traditional Lunar New Year flower fairs in around 15 districts would remain closed this year. Later, locations traditionally used by wholesalers were also put under traffic restrictions. Government figures show compensation has been offered to license holders of the Lunar New Year flower fairs. But Leong said he has received nothing as a farmer.
It is a horrible burden to go through, but I cannot just talk about how bad it is for me. I have to power ahead and hope that tomorrow will be better.
The Chinese Communist Party virus, which causes COVID-19, has turned Hong Kong into one of the world's most isolated cities. Residents returning there from more than 160 countries are required to quarantine for 14 days, followed by 7 days of self-monitoring. Hong Kong reported nearly 170 new infections on Thursday, a record high since the pandemic started. The Chinese regime is updating death toll number is
The
higher than
flavor,
previously reported.
guys.
The record flood and disastrous aftermath shocked
we
the
got
nation last year. The
flavor.
Communist Party blames local officials for ignoring flood warnings and covering up the damage. But some Chinese residents worry similar tragedies could strike again.
Chinese
Guys,
authorities say the real death toll of
I'm
localized flood
gonna
in Henan
grind
province
the
is higher than reported.
I'm gonna grind
They
for
are now
some
blaming
lemons,
local
guys.
officials for covering up the scale of the
See you
disaster.
on the next
The
video.
local authorities initially